Hello architects! The first thing you need to do is have a small piece of paper and a large piece of paper that are the same height. So you could see at the beginning, I lined them up and they were the same height. Then you're going to take the small piece of paper, fold it in half, and then open it back up. And then you're going to take the outside edges and fold them to that half line, so that you can see I have two flaps that I can open up. Then you're going to glue it right in the middle like I just did. Next, you're going to start drawing your buildings in the style of James Rizzi. He is an American pop artist, and a lot of times he would draw these bright colored buildings that had these really unique facial expressions on them. So I'm going to start by designing the top parts of my buildings using different lines and shapes and patterns. After that, I'm going to start to design my faces on my buildings. If you're struggling with what to draw for the face, use that example drawing sheet that is in the PowerPoint. When drawing my buildings, I tried to make them different sizes. Some buildings are super tall, and sometimes some buildings are short, and some are kind of bigger, and some are thinner. So you have to think about the different sizes of buildings and make each building really, really unique. When drawing my face on my middle building, I'm trying to hold the two flaps together so that I can draw all the way across it, so that when I open this building up, we can see the interior design on the inside of the building. Interior design is designing how the inside of the building will look. I'm trying to make each building unique and special with the different facial expressions that I pick. So you should try that too. Try and come up with your own faces, or change the eyes that you put on each building, or the nose or the mouth. Try and make your buildings look like they have a certain feeling. So what I mean by feeling, are they happy? Are they sad, surprised, scared? Make sure your buildings have those expressions on their face. So after you've made the faces, the next thing you need to make are the windows and doors. I'm trying to switch up the way I draw the windows and doors, because windows and doors can be very unique. So do the same thing. Use different shapes, different patterns to create your windows and doors. When I'm done with my pencil drawing, I then traced it with a Sharpie. Next, I'm going to take a washable marker and trace around the edge of my black Sharpie. When I was done finished tracing with the washable marker, I'm starting to design my interior design inside of my middle building. So if you could have a building, what would you have in it? I thought it'd be fun to have a slide and some fun stairs and ladders and maybe even a pool in the basement. What are you going to design? When I was done with my interior design, I also finished with coloring the details in with crayons. So around my marker on my buildings, I use crayons. Then all I'm using is water and a paintbrush, and I'm painting over top of the marker, the washable marker, and it's bleeding and spreading the color all over the building. It's a really cool painting technique. But something I did that I forgot about is because my paper is not very thick, it bled through to my interior design, and that's okay. I'm just going to color around it and turn my mistake into something new. But if you don't like that, you can cover that interior design with another scratch piece of paper before you do your painting with your water, and that will help it prevent it from bleeding onto your interior design. So there we have it. I'm finished coloring my interior design. There are my buildings inspired by the artist James Rizzi. And then I can close up my building. And I added some swirls to the sky. Hope you enjoy your project.